weird because all of a sudden, I did the countdown to a start, and all of a sudden in my mind, BTS started playing. Gonna light it up like that. I have no idea why. Like that's why I was like,
you a BTS boy.
I was like, why am I singing like this random? I mean, it's not a random BTS song. It's probably one of their more popular mainstream songs, right? But for some reason, that just
Yeah.
busted in my head, and I couldn't help but to tell you about it because
Because sometimes you gotta share the K-pop.
I just
Like that Taeyang song you showed me. I've been listening to it on repeat.
yes,
I'm like,
Taeyong is my
oh,
guy. He's my guy, and I actually just did a reaction video with what you got to say recently. I'll link you to it. He put me onto another Taeyong song, so I'll definitely link
boy.
that.
And if you guys are listening right now and are fans of K-pop, I may or not be working on a review of Queendom, Red Velvet's new album. So stay tuned for that.
Or if you're looking to join the team and write about just music in general, from BTS to J. Cole, if you want to come write about it, we got an entertainment section level 1. You're more than welcome to come and do music reviews. Listen, yesterday was a pretty fun 2XP podcast. We had the brother Hustle on. I took the first like 3 minutes and turned it into 15 minutes of fame, which I hear some
You
people
did.
actually quite enjoyed. If you missed it, I'll be cutting it up and posting it up as its own video because yeah, I had
It's
a lot on
true.
my chest that I was from stupid stuff I was reading, and I was upset, and I needed to um, display that upsetness to the world.
But it was true.
No lies
Oh, did
detected.
you update the socials?
Probably not. What did I tweet out?
That's okay.
Did you delete it?
What if Captain Carter? It's on your Twitter.
Shoot.
It's okay. I do it all the time. But it's not a level 1 experience without some technical difficulties. Anybody that's watched Cogs knows that.
I do this I do this every time. I do this every single time. Listen, we're gonna get ready after I retweet out what I messed up. We're gonna play the
Okay.
hottest, the realest, the bestest, the easiest, most bestest intro and outro on the tubes. Let's go.
Whoop.
After they hear me click through a million things. The music, hot
Who? Oh, hit the like button. Share this with your mommy and your daddy and your cousin. And hit the bell if you want to show some loving. We just trying to level 1 to get the name buzzing. What a day that'll be. Double time, double fine, double A battery. Double mid twins trying to jump my anatomy. If you don't leave a like, you shouldn't have the audacity. Power of the mind got an X mentality. Couldn't put them on, now your X-Man mad at me. Haters out here acting like it happened automatically. So if I give them game, then it's turn-based strategy. Whoa, used to be the guy they was ignoring. Sleeping on the keys, I'm an all cap snoring. That's just what it happened when your podcast boring. I'ma tell them take 2 and call a doctor in the morning. I'ma tell them take 2 and call a doctor in the morning. Yeah, I'ma tell him take doctor in the morning. I'ma tell him take 2 and tell him take 2 in the morning.
This is what happens when you buy everything you need in life except for a Stream Deck. You're going through clicking stuff, and you don't mute your mic, so through the intro, you can hear people can hear you talking. Yeah, I'm just messing up today, bro. I'm
It's
just
Thursday.
completely messing up today. Yeah, it is what it is. Listen, what if I never messaged you guys, you Dallas, Demi? What if I never messaged y'all and said, let's start level 1 gaming? Right? What type of alternate freaking universe would we be in right now?
Oof.
Would the band even still be together?
No, because without Mike, I would have never met you. Probably ever.
That's a good point.
What a thought. Holy crap.
Right? Like, just thinking about, like, I probably would have already, I probably been out of the gaming industry. I probably would have been done just because of a lot of stuff that was going on. I just wasn't happy with. I wasn't happy, right?
Mm-hmm.
And I had that idea, and like, what if I never went through with it? What if I never sent the message to y'all?
That's a thought.
Like, Yeah,
It's a thought I don't like.
yeah. It would have been. It would have been. It would have been crazy. It would have been absolutely crazy. But I'm
It
super
would have
glad
saved us some stressful days, though.
it did. It did. I'm super glad I sent you all that message saying, "Hey, let's go out and branch on our own and start level 1 gaming." Glad I did because, man, the alternate is terrible to think about, honestly. But listen,
It really is.
with all that, what's going on, people? Family, Sam here from level1gamer.com, and congratulations, you guys leveled up to 35. This is the Take 2 podcast. Appreciate you guys rocking with us once again. Per usual, if you are watching, please hit that like button, subscribe, hit notification bells, all that good stuff. And in the end, thank you for giving us the opportunity to entertain you. As always, my co-host, my sister from another, Mr. My right hand, Flo Hugger. What's going on, sis?
What's up, y'all? I'm excited to be here with my big brother talking all kinds of, quick, we're in, we're out. That's what she said. We're not here to take your time, but we talk about more than just gaming here. So, yeah, how are you doing, Fame? I know it's been a rough week so far.
It's been a rough week. Today was so much better. Today was day 2 of my daughter being in kindergarten, and I did a lot better. I didn't shed a tear. So nobody had to see a 6 foot, 280 300-pound man, blowing his eyes out in a classroom. So it was a good day today. I do want to say, per usual, I have a quarter in my hand. It heads or tails. Flipping the coin. The head is what if. The tails is Quake. You choose.
Or Quake.
Quake. Now, I'm going to have to, number one, honest, because I'm always honest, right? I ain't never lied about a thing in my life. Never lied about nothing, okay? I'm going to hand this off to you because I am not a Quake person, have never played a Quake game. Quake 1, Quake 2, Quake 3, Quake Champions, Earthquake, Day of the Quakes. Never experienced a Quake in my life, okay? Whether it's virtual or real life, never a Quake. So I'm going to pass this off to you. We find out today that Quake is apparently being remastered or whatever the case may be, and it's also Quake 1. The original Quake is now on Game Pass for Xbox and PC. Quake 2 and 3 is also on Game Pass, but it's PC only. So I'm gonna pass the buck to you, sis. Tell us the significance of this and the excitement from people who are indebted to this franchise. And by the way, this was announced. I believe today is day 1 of QuakeCon. Hit the quan.
QuakeCon.
Of QuakeCon, which is unfortunately digital again. I miss going to QuakeCon, but yes, sis, Quake. Yeah,
gotcha. So Quake is probably one of the most influential games in the FPS genre of all time. It was probably one of the first true FPS. If you like the movement tech in the new Doom, that's where it came from. Quake was the inventor of the rocket jumps, the bunny hops. There's a deep Carl Jobson, I think, did a breakdown of like the movement tech in Quake and how it came to be so influential. So Quake is one of those kind of games. It hasn't aged well, so it's getting a remaster, but it also has been surpassed because it gave Doom its movement tech. The new Wolfensteins took from it. They did, I think it was our first year covering stuff it was either pre-level 1, I can't remember, but we did cover a E3 where they announced Quake Champions, and I played it, and then I realized, oh, this was Bethesda trying to cash in on, historic franchise. I am excited to see it come back because Quake was so influential, but Quake Champions needs to be, I think it is free to play, but it needs some help because, God, I thought
now, correct me if I'm wrong.
Died a quick death.
Is Quake Champions more of the is it a hero shooter? In a sense,
I would say kind of like a free to play hero shooter. But the heroes, I don't know the heroes, so I don't remember them. The game has changed, so it's still around, but I just don't play it anymore. It's and Quake is a single player. It can be played multiplayer, but the single player is where it's at. If you want to see if you can aim and shoot, Quake is that game.
I've seen people who I got the utmost respect for talk about Quake and the excitement of playing Quake. I know, like, oh no, Alex was like, yeah, like people going to see me in lack of a better words in God mode, right? So I'm super excited for you guys who play Quake. It's just
Yeah.
never piqued my interest. Never.
I mean, Quake came out in 1996, so I was 3.
You're a child.
I'll be 28 next month. Actually, in less than a month.
Wait a minute, when's your
September
birthday?
11th.
You are 9/11, baby. I forgot about that.
Yeah.
Even though 9/11 happened, you were already alive, right?
But
when were you born?
yeah, yes, I was. I was born in 93.
Okay, because
So,
9/11 was 2001.
think about it. I was born in 1993. That was the year they first bombed the Twin Towers. They drove the van inside the parking garage, and then on my birthday,
YouTube is scripting this out and was like, "Oh, what'd she say? Ain't anybody seeing
Right?
this."
But yeah, that's the weirdness. Yeah, Quake is influential. I am interested to see this because Quake has so many mods right now, and it's still like Quake is playable on PCs. You can get it on GOG. I know GOG was giving away the 20th anniversary edition last year. You can get it on Steam. You can get it anywhere. Quake is one of those games that's like so accessible. And if you don't want to look at the old graphics, get the mods or play Quake Champions, Quake Champions is a PvP game.
Yeah, I'm all the way good. Fame was 23. The lies you tell. Listen, sir, I was in the 6th or the 7th grade. Don't try to age me like that, bro. Like I was 23 in 2001. The lies you tell. I was.
You know my favorite thing?
I was born in '87. Dang, I was 14. Oh, wow, I'm old.
Yeah, you are. That was one of my favorite things to do to Trevor. Is like we were talking about Resident Evil, and I think the first one was 93. I was like, I wasn't even born yet. He's like, I remember where I was. I think it was in middle school playing it. I was like, ha, old.
Listen, if you were 80s baby, you was an 80s baby and 90s kid. Please, O in the chat for old. But we representing. We ain't that old. Like we mid 30. I'm about to be in my mid. I turned 34.
You're not old though, because
I turned 34 this year.
So what happened is people started arguing if Game Pass was responsible for a game's downfall when it was the publisher. That's what happened. It aged you like 6,000 years.
Dallas, listen. I'm cool with Big Bro, but Unc, I ain't at the Unc stage. I got uncles I call Unc. Unc
oh, you don't want to be Nunky?
No, because everybody know Unc is at the barbecue. He got the Jesus Walks 11s on, and he got a hat on, and he the grill master. Okay, we not finna do this.
Yeah.
Chakalaka, we have gotten old, Chakalaka.
You gonna tell me I won't see you up at your house in your robe, in your slides, with a cup of coffee, going like, these damn kids going too fast down this neighborhood. They running. They growing up too fast.
I haven't quite hit the New Balance level of my dadness yet. I haven't graduated. You know, it's them Nikes, that one pair of Nikes that's white, and then them New Balance. And then when you grilling, you got the Jesus Walks 11s on. Everybody know them Jesus Walks 11s. You got them on, and you manning the grill. Now I'm manning the grill, but I ain't upgraded yet to that yet. So maybe when I hit 40, I'll retire all of my shoe game and I'll go buy some New Balance, because that's, I'm gonna
start calling you Nunky then.
New Balance with some shorts and some almost knee high socks. And
the newsboy hats, the paperboy hats, yeah.
And some type of graphic tee that's some type of dad joke. Not so I can see if I haven't quite gotten there yet. I'm a good 6 years away. Probably about the time I can embarrass my kids in high school. Some Air Max. Yep.
Oh, yep.
There it is.
Yep.
Jesus Christ. Listen. If you watch it now or later, representing the chat for 80 babies and 90s kids. Because I'm sorry. Hug, I know you was born in 93. You was a 90s baby.
I was, yeah.
He's a 90s baby. A lot of people get that mixed up. They say, oh, I remember the 90s. I'm like, bro, you might remember some, but you was a baby. you got to be an 80s baby to truly enjoy the greatness that was the 90s.
Yep. Well, think about it. Uh, I was, graduated kindergarten in 99, grade 3. I was when 9/11 happened, and it never just really got better from there. So I don't really keep track of anything anymore. It's like, once you see that, you just like, the world is what it is.
Man,
you're old, you're young.
They in the chat hollering, but I can see Fame in the back with a bathrobe, slippers, and a cigarello, and I was going black. I mean, listen. Yeah. I don't smoke. Damn it. Like, I don't do cigarettes, right? But I will do like a cigar type thing.
Oh,
once or twice a year, socially, while drinking. I can't just like, let me go. I can't do that. Like, it's weird. It's socially while drinking, then I'll do it. But Hugger, because this episode was one that I was looking forward to and not looking forward to at the same time, because I knew this was the last of Chadwick Boseman's work. Like, this is it. If we get surprised with something else, I'll be super excited. But this is his last role. Okay, so if you have Disney Plus or if you illegally streaming, and I'm not saying that some of you may be or maybe not illegally streaming. I don't.
It is what it is.
It is what it is. Okay. What if T'Challa became a Starlord aired, and the moment T'Challa spoke, like, it was just like Chadwick. It was like, that wasn't someone trying to sound like Chadwick to sound like T'Challa. That was Chadwick through and through. And again, one thing I liked about this series is that it gives us this a lot of different things are different from the universe that we know from the MCU. The most interesting thing that stands out is that T'Challa is such a badass that he got the Mad Titan to change his mind on being on genocide, right? And they made jokes about it the whole time. He's like, well,
that's genocide.
Yeah, it's just a quick snap. They made jokes about it because he never did it, but it was his plan. I thought that was one of the biggest things. Of, like, now that whole thing about Thanos. None of that ever happens. He's not the big bad. It's the Collector. And some of the stuff that the Collector had, Hela's helmet.
Yep.
He had Captain America's shield.
His shield, yep.
He had so much. Like, and I'm sure if I watch it again, I will see some stuff I didn't see. And of course, they didn't. I don't think they didn't want to show us Gamora, because as we know, in another What If, Gamora is Thanos.
Is the Mad Titan.
Is the Mad Titan in a bunch of different ways. Gamora was completely different. It just
Nebula.
changed. Nebula. I said Gamora. Nebula, completely different. And then the ending, of course, I'm gonna ramble on. Hugger, your takeaways, some of the big takeaways from What If for you.
I'm surprised that they didn't really, like, they did deviate. Obviously, he's a Starlord, but he was still the Prince of Wakanda. I thought it would be he took Killmonger's role.
Yes, I was thinking that
still the Prince. Still the Prince. Drax was the bartender. I mean, there was. I want to watch it again.
His family was still alive. His family was still alive, which is another deviation. There
was no Rocket, no Groot. Like, where did all they go?
It was just the Ravengers. No actual. Yeah. So what this pretty much means is that there was no Guardians of the Galaxy. The Ravengers were the Guardians of the Galaxy. Yeah.
Yeah. Oh wow. Yeah. This was so much, and then that ending.
Yeah.
I was good
until that.
So
pretty much, basically, what's telling you is Peter Quill and his father ends up destroying the universe, taking over the universe, because his dad, which was, I forgot what his name is in Marvel, got what he wanted, which was Peter to, be with him. And that pretty much took over that universe.
Jeez.
I thought it was interesting. and I don't know if they're setting up for other episodes that we didn't see who became Black Panther because it wasn't T'Challa. He didn't get passed down. So who ended up getting it? I know we see, and I know these are supposed to be different universes, but we do see that later on we're going to get Killmonger, but he's in his regular Killmonger. He's not dressed as Black Panther. So I thought it was interesting, and I would have loved to have seen who maybe they had went through, and it'd be somebody like M'Baku, like who took up the mantle of the Black Panther.
Well,
I hate that.
should he take it up because she is royalty?
Does she even exist?
Oh, but they have to fight for her. Yeah, she was sitting next to T'Chaka.
Was she? I thought that was his wife.
No, Ramonda was sitting on one side and Shuri was sitting on the other.
I didn't even notice her. Okay, I would need to go look at it. Because I was wondering if she even, like, after T'Challa came up MIA, if they even had more children after that. So I'm going to have to go back. I'm going to have to go back and look at that again.
I think...
Ego the Living Planet. Thank you, Chakalaka. Again, you in heart and spirit, you are Trevor. Thank you.
Yeah. I know Trevor... You know what is also interesting is I don't think this is the same universe as Captain Carter set in, because that was Captain America's shield.
Captain America's shield, and that, to me, that's set in place. Like, yeah, this is a different universe. Because at one point, I really thought that this would be a way of short animation towards an Avengers style team up. That's what I thought at first, but then when I saw that shield, I was like, okay, this is likely a different universe.
It could be, because in Loki they introduced the branching timelines, and we know that anything can change in those branching timelines. True. So they left Loki off, and he's in another different timeline. So they could be.
The next episode, I believe, is Loki's episode. I could be wrong, but I believe it's Loki's episode next. So I think that could possibly give us our answer on whether or not they are building one universe because of different outcomes, or is this a different, because nothing from Captain Carter, because it was set such a long time ago, would tell you that it's a different universe from what if T'Challa was Starlord, right? We're assuming that it is because we're talking about different often branching universes, but nothing in that says that maybe some of these future episodes may be in the same timeline or the same universe. Sorry.
Yeah, I'm interested because, like I said, I love WandaVision is still my favorite one. Loki was great. Winter Soldier was a banging. But this is just like, has so many questions that I wanted to ask, and they're not afraid to answer it. And it's also kind of cool to see big movie stars, because usually big movie stars don't do TV shows.
You got right to my next point.
Yeah,
you got it.
Big TV stars or big movie stars, like doing the voices.
I didn't we knew Chadwick, but I didn't expect Josh Brolin would reprise his role.
Everybody
was there. That was crazy.
Yeah.
I think that brings us, because you know how, like, you play on certain video games, i.e. the Avengers, and people get upset because these characters aren't modeled after the MCU, right? Mm-hmm. So to have that voice, to hear Josh Brolin, to hear T'Challa, to hear the real Nebula, what's his name with the whistle? I can't whistle, so I can't whistle.
I can't remember.
Blueface Mohawk.
Chocolate will give it to us in 2 seconds.
He will. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4,
5, 6, 7, 8, 9.
Chocolate got the answer.
He will.
He doesn't. But y'all know exactly what I'm talking about, right?
Yeah.
To hear his voice, and that was amazing. You hit the net, like, yes. We're here. We're connecting, because I was thinking it as my next conversion, and then you said it.
I do think it was Chris Evans that did Steve Rogers' voice in the first, but I'd have to double check that. We have yet to see the 6 be in. So I wonder if Scarlett Johansson, even though there's a dispute, is going to come back. I wonder if Dowie's going to come back, if Thor's going to come back to do their voices. Although we don't
Yandu.
know
Thank you,
Yondu.
Chakalaka Yandu.
Thank you.
Jesus.
Because I would have been like, the blue one.
The blue one. Y'all know who, man, you know, when I say the blue, listen, y'all know who it was. Even if Chakalaka wasn't the GOAT and came in the chat and told us it was Yandu, y'all knew who it was.
Yeah, sure. Everybody
Damn
knows
it.
the blue one without boobs, because the blue one with boobs is Nebula. Although she wasn't half robot
Okay,
this time
Chakalaka
either.
said Chris Evans did not do,
Oh.
yeah.
Wow,
No
that guy really
ScarJo.
sounded like him, though.
And we knew Robert Downey Jr. would have charged them the entire production cost to have his voice. So
Oh,
that
yeah.
was that I understand, and I'm interested in seeing who they got as a voice alike for, because we're gonna know off the rip. This sounds like Ish when we get to Iron Man's episode. So they have to get a voice alike. Can you patent your voice?
You can patent your likeness and you can include your voice in there, but I don't know if you can specifically patent your voice or like copyright your voice.
Copyright. I said patent. Ah, idiot. Can you like copyright? Oh no, that sounds like me. You're trying to sound like me, so no. The voice alike for RDJ is whack. Ah, I haven't heard it, and I'm looking forward to
got the
that.
guy from the Avengers. He was closer than some of the people I've heard.
The Avengers, Iron Man voice is decent. I mean, it's not bad.
It's like we have the voices there.
I don't think any of the characters are necessarily bad. I think people, and even the models aren't bad. People just want MCU. They want to see
that's
RDJ.
What we've known for 10 years.
Yeah, they want the MCU, and that's the biggest complaint. You got now that you're getting the MCU skins, which the Wolf of Wakanda is out, and I'm probably gonna be on that tonight. I'm super excited about playing that, but yeah, man. What if
I think we're gonna have one last surprise when Black Panther 2 comes out. I think just like they did for Stan Lee, I think Chadwick was so dedicated to the character that he did come in and record maybe just like a hologram appearance or a few things before he passed. I think he has some special stuff left for us. I'm not gonna get my hopes up, but to see him in his legacy one more time would be, even if it's just passing, would be pretty dang awesome.
I'm trying to find, and I had it pulled up.
Oh, you're right, Chakalaka. That scene where there's a scene out there where Killmonger threw the rocket, saving Tony's life, and I forgot about that. I tried to blank that from my memory. I just want to know why Robert Downey, I mean, we know why he cost so much, but why they wouldn't come back to reprise let's be honest, the only real roles that they are super famous for. Because Scarlett Johansson had done roles before, but most people knew about her from Avengers or Iron Man at least. Chris Evans, he's done other stuff. Knives Out was really good, but he's capped. That's America's ass. Or as Miss Click, I love Miss Click, would say, that's America's dick. I can't believe she said that in the middle of the stream either.
She did. I'm trying to find the ending, the black screen. I have it on my phone, but my phone is not near me, and I don't want to get up and leave. But that end screen, oh, here it is, dedicated to our friend, our inspiration, and our hero, Chadwick Boseman. Bro, y'all did not have to touch me like that.
Until then.
Y'all did not have to touch me like that. Like, I was already like hurt, and y'all gonna put that right there. I mean, granted, it's beautiful. You know, our dedicated to our friend, our inspiration, and our hero, Chadwick Boseman, because Chadwick is one of the GOATs. He was supposed to be the Morgan Freeman in a way of this time. Of he's gonna be around for a long time. He's gonna be in a lot of roles, and anything he's in, you want to see. That's what he was becoming, and it sucks.
It almost, when I saw that, it felt. I still haven't gone back and watched them, but I had to go through some clips from Cogs, and it was just like, oh, I don't like how I feel with this. Like, You left such a legacy behind, and we're gonna miss you, buddy. Both of you. Just Chadwick.
What if
I wonder what
Chadwick-
other movies he recorded, because some of the movies don't get released for like 10 years.
Well, only thing I know for sure after he died that I knew about was Ma Rainey. Ma Rainey's already out. Came out on Netflix. But Chakalaka says that there's 3 more episodes where we get to hear Chadwick's voice. So, that's
As
awesome.
long as they don't hit us with that end screen anymore, I'm fine.
Listen, tomorrow you guys should be in for a good show. There was a pretty good debate yesterday on 2XP between Barron and Dallas. I would love for that conversation to continue. So I could be. Why am I covering my face up?
I was like,
yeah,
radio broadcaster over here.
Yeah. So So tomorrow you guys are going to get to like really, fool.
You should have covered your mouth when you was talking about kissing Phil Spencer's lips, because then I would have been like, oh, we can't see your mouth moving. It was just a dubbed in voice.
Do you have proof that I said this?
Yeah. Because we talked about it last night again, and you said you would kiss Phil Spencer for some Jade Empire. So
I would do it if he said the only way y'all getting the Jade Empire remake is if Fane come over here and give me a kiss. I do it.
And could you, while you slipping him the tongue?
Why you and Baron got to be extra?
Well, the tongue would be a condition of, at the same time, can you just buy BioWare from EA? I'll give you a little extra for that. If you do that, then I'm gonna send you all the Christmas poutine I can.
I'm about to pass them off to Baron for that. Listen, just a heads up for Ready Press Play this Saturday. Dan and Chocolate are doing they're going to rank the top 20 best video games of the 90s. That's something I know Hugger will be like really vested into watching and y'all's opinion on. She is our retro head, so make sure you guys check that out. Tomorrow is Peep Game, of course. Hopefully they have that debate. Saturday, Ready Press Play. Remember, the top 20 best games of the 90s. Sunday, Star-Crossed Gamers. Monday, 15 Minutes of Fame, possibly. Tuesday, Ready Press Movies, as it's taking a place for now for Cogs in the Machine. Wednesday, Double XP Podcast, and next Thursday we'll be back for Take 2. With all of that said, congratulations, you guys leveled up to 35. This was the Take 2 podcast. Of course, we're going to leave y'all with the hottest intro, outro up on the tube. Peace.
사랑해.
The music. How cute.
Who? Oh, hit the like button. Share this with your mama and your daddy and your cousin. And hit the bell if you want to show some loving. We just trying to level 1 to get the name buzzing. What a day that'll be. Double time, double fine, double A battery. Double mid twins trying to jump my anatomy. If you don't leave a like, you shouldn't have the audacity. Power of the mind got an X mentality. Couldn't put them on, now you X-Man mad at me. Haters out here acting like it happened automatically. So if I give them game, then it's turn-based strategy. Whoa, used to be the guy they was ignoring. Sleeping on the keys, I'm an all cap snoring. That's just what happened when your podcast boring. I'ma tell them take 2 and call it doctor in the morning. I'ma tell them take 2 and call it doctor in the morning. Yeah, I'ma tell them take doctor in the morning. I'ma tell them take 2 and tell them take 2 in the morning.